If you've forgotten the number to your combination lock, it can be really annoying. Today I'm going to show you how to open one of these padlocks without knowing the number. I'm starting with this 3-dial combination lock. It's about 6 centimeters tall and it feels relatively sturdy. We need to start by pulling a little on the shackle to apply some tension to the lock. I do this just by pulling back with my finger, like this. Next we need to rock each one of the dials back and forward to see which one's got the most resistance on. In this case it's the top one, so we start here. We need to rotate the dial slowly between each digit until we feel a small break in resistance on the wheel. Here number 5 feels a lot freer than the other digits, so we move on to the next dial. And it's the same procedure. Keep some tension on the shackle and rotate the dial until we feel a change. This time number 8 feels a lot looser, so we move on to the last dial. If we've got the other 2 numbers correct, it should just be a case of going through each of the digits one by one until it pops open. And there we go, the combination was 582. Here I've got a slightly bigger and sturdier padlock with 4 dials. But to open it, it's exactly the same principle. Apply some tension to the shackle, then work out which dial has the most resistance, and start with that one until you feel a change in the pressure. For this one, number 8 feels freer. And if I rock the dial back and forth, I can actually see the shackle moving slightly in and out. If I put a piece of tape around the shackle, it might make it easier for you to see too. It's actually moving quite a lot, and this helps to confirm that digit 8 is correct. Now we need to find the next dial with the most resistance, and repeat the steps. Here number 9 is a lot freer. These bottom 2 dials feel about the same with resistance, so I'll start with this one. This time 0 feels looser, and the shackle moves slightly too. So it's on to the bottom one. And there we go, combination 8901. To change the combination on these locks, we bring the shackle to the side and put it in this position. Then rotate the dials to the new number. Now when we close it and change the dials, it should be locked. And it opens on the new number. This time I'm going to change the number combination with it hidden in the palm of my hand, so I've got no idea what the number is. I lock the shackle and scramble up the dials, so I genuinely have no idea what it's been set to. So I go through the process again to crack it. Apply tension and start with this dial. This time the break in resistance is on number 1. Dial 2 is a bit difficult, but it feels like it's number 5. This time the bottom dial feels like it's got a bit more resistance, so I work on this one. And I think it's number 3. Then I move to the last one, keep rotating it, and number 2 pops it open. There we go. I had no idea what the number was, but I was able to open it. It goes to show that as convenient as these locks are, they do have security issues and vulnerabilities. So do be careful. Of course, if you have one of these locks on a shed or something, you apply the tension to the shackle by pulling down on the lock. Then go through the procedure. Before I go, I wanted to show you this reproduction Chinese brass antique combination lock. It's got 5 barrels with Chinese symbols on, which rotate like this. And although I bought this new, I didn't have a combination for it, so I went through a similar process to open it. I applied some pressure to the lock and went through each ring one at a time. I did find this very fiddly because it's quite small, but I was definitely able to feel when I got certain dials into the correct position. And the more I got correct, the slacker the lock began to feel. Until I finally got the last one in position and opened the lock. Pretty cool, huh? It really is a great little lock, and you can see how it works. When we rotate one of the dials, the gap at the top moves around, which stops the other half from sliding out. They all need to line up, and of course there's 5 altogether. And just the slightest bit of misalignment will stop the lock opening, or going back together. I really like this lock though, and if you want to buy one, there's a link in the description below. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more, you can click on the links or take a look at my YouTube channel page. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, thanks for watching.